What's going on, guys? It's Luke Mindpound. I'm back again with an extraordinary man. His name is Pete, and where are you from? How old are you? And why have you come to the Shaolin Temple?
Lots of questions. I'm originally from England, from Liverpool, a little town in the northwest of England. You've probably heard of through the Beatles and music.
Mate, soccer.
Soccer, football. I'm 60 years of age.
Amazing.
Yeah. And why have I come here?
And why have you come to the Shaolin Temple?
Lots of reasons. No one standout reason. I've had an interest in martial arts all my life. I'm young. When I remember the 70s, when there was the first Kung Fu boom, the Bruce Lee, the Age of the Dragon, I'm old enough to have watched that first time round. I studied martial arts off and on for a long time, and it's always been an ambition to come here to do this, but also I think it's not just learning how to punch people in the face. There's a spiritual aspect to it, a self-awareness, a discovery aspect to it that makes it a powerful thing. You've got the physical aspect of it, but I think there's a mental and a spiritual aspect of it for me.
And so talking about that kind of aspect of the Kung Fu, and you being here now, how long has it been? 2 weeks?
This is my fourth week.
Oh, there you go. How quickly is that? Fourth week. How have you grown in that sense of the experience of being here?
I think it's forced me to think about, not forced, but it's enabled me, it's given me the space, the headspace to think about things in my life and where I want my life to go next. Because although from your end of the telescope, 60 is incredibly old, but from my end of the telescope, I'm just getting started.
Well, I can put it from this point of view and say, if you're 60 and let's say you're going to live to the average lifespan is 85, say 85, 90, that's still a long time.
Yeah, there's
you know what I mean? That's still 25 years, 30 years. So,
So I want them to count. I want
absolutely
quality years. I think it's as you enter this sort of stage of your life, I've got some useful years left, physically, mentally. What do I want to do with that? So it's helping me. It's giving me time to think without all the external pressures of everyday life.
Absolutely. So you've done a lot of Kung Fu back home in England, and obviously it's been more Wing Chun, is that right?
That's right.
So how would you compare the experience of what you've been training over the last, how long, 7 years?
Yeah.
7 years, and now you come to the Shaolin Temple. How much does it differ, what you're learning here compared to what you're learning back home in England?
Wing Chun is a Shaolin form. It was invented by, it's probably, I was going to say the baby brother, but it's more realistically the baby sister, as it was developed by a Shaolin abbess to suit people of a slightly smaller stature, less power. The female, it suits that. So it's a complement to it really, because Wing Chun is a very short range, close-in style, whereas some of the stuff we're learning is longer range, so it complements.
More open.
Yeah, more open,
Yeah.
more open. And there's just that thing about speed and flexibility and strength, and then awareness of your body, which helps any discipline really, or any sport as well.
Absolutely. As you may know, there is this, big virus going on here in China. We've been locked down for now about a week or just over a week here at the Shaolin Temple. How has this kind of affected your experience here now?
I actually think it's enhanced and improved the experience a lot, because it's removed a lot of external distractions and perhaps temptations, because it's like, if it was today, maybe we'd go out, maybe we'd have a beer, maybe we'd try and rush back, whereas it's the isolation that's necessary for safety is giving you more time to think, more time to focus. So I think it's enhanced the experience, and we've been incredibly well looked after, and the Sifu's attitude to our safety is beyond compare. It is absolutely impeccable.
Absolutely. So just for whoever's watching, we're basically not allowed to leave the temple. We're not allowed to go to any shops or restaurants, and there's nothing really open around here at the moment anyway, because everything's in lockdown. But we leave 3 times a day basically to go to eat at the other temple, which is about 100 meters away. So definitely see it in that way as well, because I was already used to, I wanted to eat more, so I was eating at the other temple in the meal room, and then I was going out to a chicken shop or a Japanese restaurant to eat more.
Yeah.
And so I was indulging. I was out there at the other public toilet, sitting on the public toilet, because that's a luxury, because we've got squatting toilets here. So there are things like that have, and I truly believe that it was a sign. It's a sign from the universe. It's happened for a reason, to actually go, hang on, Luke, you came here to get out of your comfort zone, to really be pushed. You can't just go and think that you can.
In the military, there's a phrase called enforced rest.
Yeah.
Where before an operation or before doing something big, you're stood down, you're given a period, you are forced to rest, as it implies. And I think that's what we're doing. This removal of the distractions is forcing us to concentrate on what we came here for.
Yeah.
Where it's easy, because some of the stuff we come in for, which is introspection and reflection on where you've been, where you're going, what you want from your life, it's hard work.
Yeah.
So it's easy to find the excuse, I'm still hungry, I'll go out and find a chicken shop or something where I'll need to go and eat because, and then when I come back it's too late to do that meditation, do that reflection. Whereas this is forcing us to do what we came here for, which I think is a real bonus, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. There was a moment yesterday when we were training the 5 animals form, and I've been challenged all this week because of this lockdown and because of the way that Shiv has been training us, and I could see that you were being challenged as well with the memorization of some of the names, because we have to learn these forms and learn the names of these forms in Chinese, and I could see you getting a bit frustrated. Has that been was that a point in your experience here where you were most frustrated, or has there been another part of this experience here that has annoyed you, or that has challenged you?
I think it was a point of reflection again. It's self-awareness. It's like the only person I was annoyed with was myself. The only person I thought I was letting down was myself, because everybody else applauded my effort and everybody else's efforts have been applauded. I think the issue is guys and girls are doing their best. Now, for some of the younger guys and girls who are still in that learning mentality, that learning and memorising by rote is a lot easier than it is for me. But I think knowing that, don't get frustrated, do your best, and your best is good enough. And I think it was a good turning point for me, because I was incredibly frustrated.
Yeah.
Then I thought, you know what, I know what they mean, I know what the words are in English, so I might say white, I might say lungs, I might say the element is metal. I might not know the Mandarin words for them three, but I know the principle behind it.
Yep.
So I'm happy with that, and the Mandarin words will come. So it was a good learning. It was a really good learning point for me yesterday.
Absolutely, and just behind us, you can hear us. You can hear there's a couple of students that are pushing each other and doing a bit of boxing and sparring. So that is a big team environment. And how have you felt with the people that you've met, and how the team works together to support each other and to continuously help the growth and the experience?
It's confirmed a life lesson that I've learned a while ago. Seek out like-minded people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your like is to a certain extent. If you find people that share your interests, share your like, it's a lot easier to make friends and to fit in, and to come all this way to a Shaolin Kung Fu school in the middle of China, and to meet other people from Australia, from Europe, from America, from all over, who share an interest. And so there's a natural bond there straight away with like-minded people, and I think I've had nothing but help and support from every person here. So it's been a marvellous experience that way, to be accepted into the team, and it doesn't really matter my age, because it doesn't matter their age. We just all do our best.
I think it's your age is inspirational. I think there's a lot of people at your age that would feel like their life is over, and that they wouldn't even venture going outside and experiencing other new things and learning. And I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think there are people that feel that way and think that way. But again, like-minded people, I'm sure inside you still feel 21.
Absolutely.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's
You know,
just, this has given me this has kind of just woke me up a little bit to go, you are 35.
Yeah.
Body-wise,
Body,
bones
yeah.
and that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
otherwise, you know, the way I feel,
Yeah.
besides the pain that we're stretching and all the exercise and stuff like that, I still do feel 25.
Yeah, I do. And I think the thing to take from it is my 100% is equal to your 100%, is equal to that 18, 19-year-old lad's 100%. As long as we're all giving 100%, I think that's good enough, you know, and everybody accepts that and supports and helps each other to achieve that 100%.
Absolutely. It's that's the teamwork and the people that I've met here is definitely one aspect of this experience that I did not see.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's a
and
really pleasant surprise to find.
There's been so many people that have come and gone. You know, and yeah, it's definitely enhanced the experience. That's for sure. Yeah. Pete, I think you've got a really amazing sense of sarcasm as well. We've had some deep wisdom as well. You know, I'm learning from you, and you know, I love you know, coming in the morning at 6 a.m. and having a coffee and having breakfast. You know, sitting in the tea room while it's still very early.
Very dark.
And there's actually, I'll leave this question till the end. Just tell me, what are you most proud of your life?
I'm proud of quite a lot of my life, really. I had a really successful 35-year military career serving Queen and country, which I'm incredibly proud of. But the thing that means the most to me in the whole world, and the thing I'm most proud of, and you can hear it in my voice, is my family. I've got a beautiful wife, 3 beautiful children, and now 5 grandchildren.
Amazing.
That is the thing that I measure myself by.
Yeah, wow.
Really.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you know, you're the captain of your destiny, and you definitely show that, and you've proven that. So congratulations.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah. And so just to finish off, Pete's got an amazing saying, which you know, we've taken out of context and we've made it our own. But can you please let everybody watching in on the actual saying?
We were saying that every meal is a feast, every task is a joy to perform, and every day is a holiday.
Amazing, Pete. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
I appreciate your time.
And you.